Hey, what's up? I'm Ashley. Thank you for watching this video. And today we're going to be talking about From Season 2, Episode 2, and let's get started. We see the aftermath of Boyd getting out of that hole. And we see that there were other people chained up to the wall too, and they are burnt up to a crisp. It looks like they've been burnt, or maybe, I don't know if they were there so long that their bodies just started rotting, but they look nasty. But we find out that the man that's chained up's name is Martin, and Boyd's like, I'm gonna get you out of here. But Martin's like, no, you promised me that you was gonna unalive me. So do it if you want to help me. Unalive me. Boyd sees by the tattoo on Martin's arm that he was in the Marines, so he's like, no man left behind. We're going to get out of here together. But Boyd, instead of trying to get that man out of there, you should have been asking him some questions. You should have been trying to find out what's going on. I'm over here like, what are you doing? You don't make no sense. You're wasting an opportunity. It's wasted opportunity here. You could have been getting answers to all the questions that you have, but no. So we get to the diner and it's chaos in there. Everybody going crazy, and bus driver lady is still being an idiot. Everybody's trying to go outside. Donna and Kenny are trying to calm everybody down, and Donna's trying to explain to them the reason why they saw that tree, but it's a whole mess in there. Then we see Victor and Tabitha make their way to this truck that's just sitting there in the middle of the woods. The truck turns out to be Victor's. He's telling Tabitha that he's been coming there for a while now, and when they finally get inside, he's like, okay, I have snacks, and that's what I'm talking about. Bust them out. Bust them out right now. I'm always down for some snacks. Then it goes to Christy and Mary, and Mary is upset with Christy. She's like, me and your family's been looking for you. Me and you were supposed to go to lunch that day. You went missing, but it turns out that she was just 2 hours away. 2 hours? Couldn't even call me. We got the police involved, and you over here been gone for 6 months and couldn't call nobody. So Christy's trying to calm her down. She's like, let me explain. She's telling her that this place isn't what you think it is. And then the scene cuts to Jim, Tom, and the new guy stuck under the house. And we find out that the new guy's name is Brick. And Brick is stuck underneath some brick. Why did they name him that? What are the odds that you get named Brick and then a house falls on you? It's not funny, but like, what are the odds? So we see Brick wake up and he's freaking out. He's like, what is this? Where am I? And they're like, shut up. But they're telling him to be quiet and that he can't be loud. And he's like, why not? Then we get back to Boyd and Martin. And at this point, Boyd has found a rock on the ground and he's trying to use it to break the chain on Martin's arm. And as he's doing that, a music box starts playing. A music box. Where it come from? Boyd goes over there to the music box and he just gotta pick it up. He just gotta. So he's watching it go round and round in a circle while Martin's over there on the wall talking about, oh God, oh no, the darkness is coming. You got to get out of here before the song ends. He's like, nightmares that you never thought to imagine. Things that you were never meant to see. Meanwhile, Boyd's not fazed by any of this. He's still over there looking at this thing go round and round in a circle. What's wrong with him? Has he never seen a music box before? We get back to the diner where Don't Make No Sense Julie is looking out of the window. That's her nickname. Don't Make No Sense Julie. So she's looking out the window and Kenny's like, stop looking out the window because the light will distract the monsters. And she's acting like an idiot. She's acting brand new to this, like she just got there or something when she's been there for a while now. So Kenny's trying to distract her and ask her what's her favorite book to read. And I'm like, does she read? I don't see her being calm or sitting down long enough to read a book. She's always doing the most for no reason. Then we see the 3 new guys over there whispering, looking like they're trying to come up with a plan to bust out of the place, but Donna sees the whole thing. It cuts to Ellis and Fatima at the post office, and we see Fatima trying to get this couple in the post office with them, but they're not listening. They'd rather be outside. They'd rather be outside, but they just don't know. They stupid. If somebody was acting out the way Fatima was acting out, trying to get me to go in the post office with her, I'ma just go because something is obviously up. But nah, not this couple. They thought she was lying or something. They was meant to be together, huh? So Fatima's like, come inside. She's trying her hardest, but girl, you putting too much energy into this. You doing too much. If they're not trying to come inside with you, let them stay out there. They'll find out. And that's what they did. They found out and got tore up. Some of the monsters are at the door smiling, looking weird, and then Fatima just has this breakdown. She can't take it no more. Ellis was trying to calm her down this whole time, but she wasn't trying to hear it, just like they wasn't trying to hear it outside. I don't know, she must feel like a failure or something. She couldn't get the people in the post office with her or something, so she just couldn't take it no more. She had a breakdown. We get back to them being stuck under the house, and Brick is now coughing up blood, and I said, oh, Lord, that's it for him. He starts yelling even more after they already told him what's outside. At this point, they've told him stop yelling because this, and that. But he's still out here yelling. He's like, I just want to go home. Well, you're not going to make it home. We get back to the diner and I'm going to do what I want, boy. I don't know his name. I'm going to just call him Do What I Want, Buzz Cut Boy. It's like, that's it. I had it. I'm getting out of here. I'm busting open the door. So Kenny's trying to stop him. People are trying to stop him. They're like, you can't go outside. Donna's like, you can't go outside. So then that's when he starts grabbing Kenny by the neck, holding him hostage. He puts Kenny's weapon up to his head, talking about, I'ma shoot. People are like, don't you hear all the screams outside? And he's like, yeah, I hear it, but I don't see it. So that's why I'm going to go outside. Me and Kenny is going outside to see what's going on. And that's an idiot for you. That's an idiot. Buzzcut Boy is like, you're going to open this door or I'm going to put Kenny's brains on the wall. So Donna's like, well, you're going to have to shoot him then. Then that's when I'm going to shoot you. We're going to be some shot up people up in here. Then someone ends up knocking on the door. We never got to see who. And that's how Kenny was able to get free from Buzzcut Boy. And then Buzzcut ends up getting hit in the head with the rifle. Then we see Boyd trying to free Martin's other arm. And then that's when Martin says, you ever wonder if Abby was right? Now, how would he know about Abby? Y'all know Abby was Boyd's wife. Now, how would he know about her? Then Martin goes on to say, what if this is all a dream? Are we Martin Luther King up in here? Then Martin falls down to the ground, acting like he's in pain, like he just can't take it. Meanwhile, the music box is still playing. It's still playing. And Boyd is picking up Martin, trying to lift him up. Then that's when Boyd notices the worms crawling inside of Martin's arm. Inside of Martin's arm. I'm letting go and I'm running at this point. Then the music box stops playing. And then that's when Martin says, we're out of time. Then he turns around and ends up cutting Boyd on his arm. Now Boyd's bleeding. Boyd is now cut and bleeding. And then that's when Martin want to fall down to the ground again and die? He dead? Did he die? But before he died or passed out, he told Boyd, my blood is your blood now. What does that mean? So after all that, it took Boyd to get cut to leave. He decides to leave after this when he should have been gone. If he wasn't asking no real questions, he should have been gone. So it's dark and Boyd's outside now and Boyd's sitting down by this tree. And then that's when he sees the dog. The dog's like, hey, ruff, ruff. So the dog goes up to Boyd and Boyd's petting the dog or whatever. And then the dog starts running away. He's like, follow me. That's when Boyd gets up to go follow this dog through the woods. So we see Mary leaving the back room that she was just in with Christy. And as she's walking out, it looks like she has a look of shock on her face, like she can't believe it. I'm assuming that she told her what this place is. Kenny's telling Mary on her way out that he's making tea, but she don't even care. She just walks out. So then that's when we see Christy walk out, and Christy and Kenny is just having this awkward, unnecessary conversation about tea. We saw this random couple go inside of the bar that they thought was a gas station. And I'm wondering why they showed us this couple. They're wasting time. We could have been finding out something else important, but nah, they got us looking at them. But then someone knocks on the door and they're outside talking about, help us, we were just on a bus. And that's when the guy gets up to open the door, but we don't get to see what's on the other side of the door. We don't know if they're really monsters or not. I'm assuming that they are, and they're just, putting on their little fake voice to get inside there. But we don't even get to see these two people get tore up. We don't get to see them die or nothing. If they did, in fact, die, then we get outside of the diner at the bus and we see this monster that we've been seeing since last season. And he just gets on the bus because the bus door is cracked open. So what's the point of even being on the bus if you're gonna have the door open? When this monster gets on the bus, he starts touching on the seats. He starts touching on the steering wheel. And it's kind of like he's reminiscing about something. Maybe he's having some flashbacks that's trying to push through from when he was a human before. But anyway, while he's on this bus and sitting in the driver's seat as if he's driving or something, vroom vroom, he turns on this light, and as he does this old couple in the back makes noise and starts ducking down. You should have been ducking down. I don't know why you was peeking in the first place. So that's what gets the monster's attention, and the monster starts walking to the back of the bus. He sees this old couple that looks about 80, and they're like, oh, thank God, we heard the screaming. And that's when the monster says, looks like you picked a bad spot. That's when he attacks the both of them. Look at that face. That's a face your mama won't even love. Boyd ends up losing the dog. The dog was just too fast for him. He was like, slow down, but the dog kept on going. So Boyd is in the woods and he's hiding behind the trees because the monsters are out there. So we see him out there trying to be quiet. Then we get back to Victor and Tabitha in the truck, and Tabitha asks Victor, who was that boy who told you to stay in the tunnels? And that's when Victor tells her, that's my friend. I haven't seen him in a long time, but he's back now. Tabitha asked him, how did you get here? And Victor said, I don't like to talk about that. And then that's when he pulls out his crusty box of cookies. He's like, these are chocolate chip, but you don't got to tell me twice. I don't care if they're crusty still or not. I'm going to get me some. Tabitha was acting like she was scared to get some. Girl, you better put your hand in that box. Victor's all like, I used to have more snacks than this, but we haven't got a new group of people here in some months. So we find out Victor's a thief. He be stealing people's snacks. And we find out that some of the stuff that's in the truck was already there, but he brought some of it with him when he came there with his mom. But then when we see Victor get up to get pretzels because he says these cookies are stale, that's when we hear someone open up the truck door, and it turned out to be Boyd. So as Boyd's getting inside the truck, he's like, everything's going to be okay because I have a talisman. And while he's still making his way inside of the truck, we see Elgin running up. He's like, help! Help! Boyd pulls his weapon out and pointed at him, and he's like, stop! Stop! I said stop! Elgin's like, they're killing people! He's like, please help! So finally the three of them are like, come on, hurry up, get inside. So Elgin's running inside the truck, and they close it just in time. As soon as Elgin gets inside, he's like, I'm sorry, I should have stayed at the diner. But Boyd pulls his weapon out, and he's like, who are you? Who are you? So Elgin's like, I'm Elgin. I was on the bus. Boyd's like, the bus? What bus? And he's looking around at Victor and Tabitha, but they don't know either. We get back to Brick, Tom, and Jim, and at this point, Brick is coughing up blood even more. It's pouring out like a faucet. And I'm like, this is it for him. When is he gonna see the light? He ain't getting out of there. But Tom and Jim were trying to calm him down. They was like, be quiet. Everything's going to be okay. We're going to get out of here. Jim's talking about, you're going to be okay. Once we get out of here, you're going to have the best pancakes you've ever had in your life. Stop lying to him on his way out. He's not getting no pancake. You know this, man. So Brick gets louder. He's like, it hurt. And they're like, shut up. But that turned out to be his last breath. He died right there. And since he was making all that noise on his way out, a monster found its way underneath all that rubble and attacked and unalived Tom. He was like, ah! And Jim is over there trying to be quiet. He's not making no noise. He's like, not me. Not me next. But while all this is happening, everybody at the diner can hear this too. So that means Don't Make No Sense Julie is over there freaking out. She's trying to go out the door. She's like, Dad, my dad, I gotta go outside. They're like, girl, you know you can't go outside. You cannot go outside. But at this point, let her go. Let her go outside. She already know what's gonna happen when she go out there. You can't help nobody in the dark. If somebody wanna go outside, I'ma let them go. I'm not gonna be wasting my energy on them. More food for me. I get to eat more snacks for me. Look at her on the floor. I understand that's your daddy, but you just don't be making no sense. And then we go back to the truck, and Boyd's trying to fix his cut. We see Victor drawing a picture of the dog that he just saw in the tunnel. He's telling Boyd that it's good to draw them when you see them, because even if you forget, the pictures always remember. We see him hang it up on the wall, and then he's telling Boyd that he doesn't trust Elgin while Elgin is over there asleep. Why do y'all think Victor doesn't trust Elgin? Maybe because he can sense something from Elgin, because Elgin was over there dreaming and having seizures, so maybe he's picking up something. I don't know, but I think it's kind of weird, and I think it may be connected. So the morning comes, and they all run outside of the diner, and they see Tom on the ground, wide open and torn up. Then Julie starts calling out for her dad. She's like, Dad, Dad. She's on her knees. She's trying to see if she hears something, but it's taking a while for Jim to answer her. He eventually does answer her, and that's when Donna's like, come on, y'all, let's get him from up under there. So while they're doing that, the bus driver's like, I'm not helping. She gets back on the bus, and that's when she finds the old couple that got tore up outside last night. And I bet you a believer now, huh? And she gets off the bus real quick, so I'm wondering now if she's gonna start listening or not. We get back to Boyd, Victor, Tabitha, and Elgin on the truck, and they're making their way out since it's morning now. They find out from Elgin that Tabitha's house collapsed. So Tabitha is out of there. She started running like a track star to her house. She's like, which way? Which way? She didn't even know which way to go. They were like, that way. And then right after that, we see Boyd's arm, and it's worms crawling inside of Boyd's arm, just like Martin's. Is that what he meant when he said, my blood is your blood now? Oh no, not his arm like that. And Victor's looking at him like, ugh. I see that. I wonder if Victor knows what that means. But it's definitely nothing good. What if Boyd goes back to town infecting everybody? He got to get out of there. Go back to your little hole. But let me know all your theories in the comments so we can talk about it. And if you haven't already and want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.